Alright, so today I'm going to do a little bit of basic maintenance. Just going to go ahead and change the oil, the fuel filter, see about tire pressure on the wheels. What else? I got to tighten the belt. My power steering belt's squealing a little bit, so I'll tighten that up. And then see what else we can get into. Oh yeah, my tailpipe tip fell off, so I got a little extension for that. Throw that on. Yeah, let's just get to work. Alright, but first I have some extra diesel for my Webasto heater. I'm going to put it in a little tank there so I can prime the fuel filter. Alright, this is going to be a little tricky to not spill it. Last thing I want to do is get diesel in my driveway that I rent. Alright, now I'm going to warm it up a little bit and flip it around so I'm facing that way. Alright, now to demonstrate the screeching of the belt. Okay, got the wheel chuck, in gear, e-brake, and that. I know it's on a slight downhill, but I think it'll be okay. I got another piece of wood back there too. Alright, now to drain the oil. Alright, so I'm going to take the cap off the top before I drain it out the bottom. That way it'll just flow out as easy as possible. It's pretty nice and warmed up in here. Alright, down below. So this is a 17mm bolt. So crack it loose. Okay, that's it. Ready, set, go. Beautiful. Oh, dumb. Okay, flowing good. Okay, so let that drain out. I'll bring you up and I'll tighten the belt down while we wait. Alright, so quick explanation. So this is a 22mm bolt. You need to crack that free to loosen the pulley. Kinda, it's like a catch for it. Whatever, just clamps it in. So you loosen that and it frees up the pulley to move upwards and downwards. And this bolt here creates tension or loosens tension on it. So you either tighten it or loosen it, and it'll raise the pulley up and down. So in this case, you need to raise it, pull it down, so it tightens the belt a little bit. Okay, for a good minute, this thing did not want to budge, so I hit it with a bunch of WD. Hope that's alright. And the belt's nice and snug now. So yeah, this is an 11mm bolt, and then the front for the pulley is 22 mil. So yeah, just tightening the bolt brought the pulley down. Belt is tight. So now let's go to the oil filter. Oil's just down to a drip, so that's good to go. All right, now to get the oil filter off. This is pretty straightforward, it's just messy. And I have this one at a, like, kind of horizontal with a slight dip or whatever. So you can't prime it and things are gonna always fall out. So I got the oil pan underneath there. Hopefully it don't go too bad. Got my ratcheting filter wrench. Shouldn't be on there too tight anyways, but all right. Oh. Alright. It's down to a little drip. So clean up the face. I know it's not perfect. I did prime the new oil filter a tiny bit and put a thin layer of grease on the gasket to help it seal better. Alright, so let's slide that thing on. Alright, I think that's good. Now to fill it up with oil. So they recommend, translated through the owner's manual, 1.5 gallons of oil with a oil filter change. So that's what we'll do. I have a gallon and 2 quarts. Then I have an extra gallon to top it off if I need to. A whole lot of pollen. Alright, now for the more challenging filter. It's hard to get in there and under to get this fuel filter out. I'm not sure how to film it either, so I'll try to figure all this out and see how it goes. So to get better access, I have to take off this, whatever this is, exhaust manifold. And I get better access here since I can't tilt the cab to get to it. So let me remove this and you get a better idea what I'm doing. I just plugged up the intake there. I unplugged the wire harness for the water sensor at the bottom of the fuel filter. Alright, everything was too hard to get to. So I took the whole housing out. Whew. Oh yeah, so here's the whole housing, which is kind of good. Here's the bleeder screw. This is the pump, hand pump. To prime it, whenever you get it back in, then you can open the bleeder screw, bleed all the air out. Down here is the drain wing nut. So go ahead and drain it. Then I'm going to take it downstairs and put it in my vise and get this off. Okay, now they get the water sensor off. Wonder how available these things are. This is pretty cheap plastic. Well, I mean, it's almost 30 years old now. Sweet. Yeah, brand new O-ring. Just dip it in some diesel, prime it a little bit. Alright, so that's that. Okay, that should be good. Don't forget the wing nut. Alright, now throw a little diesel in the filter. A little more. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, now the housing just screws right back on. Alright, so everything is reassembled. Fuel filter is in and primed. I bled it and everything. I actually had to trim up one of these vacuum lines because it was a little too wide after removing it so many times. Got the manifold back in, or intake, whatever that is. Yeah, so everything's ready to go. I'm gonna start it up. Oh yeah, also I lost my exhaust tip somewhere along the road and I had to go grab another one. But it's a 2-inch pipe, or 2 1/8, and Advanced, Napa, O'Reilly's, none of them had the right size, so I had to get this adapter, which brings it way out. So I'll keep looking to find another one. Also, somebody returned one of these clamps without the bolts, so I had to run back and get some more bolts. Alright, so you'll see first gear is pretty much a baby gear. Kind of just get you moving on a slight uphill. I sometimes start in second gear. So boom, right into second. I could have waited a little bit longer on that one. There we go, third. Third really gets you up to speed. And And then fourth, you can cruise anywhere on fourth. But with this little baby hill, well, I'll probably make it in fourth. Sometimes downshift to get up little hills. But yeah, the gearing is really quick. 1, 2, 3. And then fourth, you do anything. 5's highway. But anyways, I'm pretty much idling good. Alright, good revs. In fourth, going 35. Alright, now we open up. I'll give it to fifth and get going. 40 miles per hour. Granted, it was a good time to go to fifth. Alright, y'all, since I tightened that belt, kind of wanted to show you the turning radius on this, and that I won't be squeaking when I turn really, really tight. So here we go, check it out. So yeah, you can see that it's really tight, really nimble, pretty top heavy, so you don't want to take it on too fast, too tight. But yeah, it's really fun. All right, you hear it sounding great. Just checking to see if everything's good to go, not leaking. Fuel filter is pretty good. All right, the oil filter is good too, not leaking. All right, maybe I could add a little bit actually. It's about halfway. Oh yeah, I think I'm good, but I'm just gonna top it off a little bit. All right. All right, y'all. Thanks for riding along with me. And if you watched the whole video, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go on a little ride back home. Everything sounded really good. Everything went smooth today, which is nice. Oh yeah, also real quick, if anybody knows, my AC, I kept blowing the fuse last year. Now it's working perfectly for long periods of time. Anybody have any idea what could have been going wrong there? But yeah, it's great. It's blowing super ice cold, and everything is good. Summer's here. Oil's changed. Now I just gotta go places. Oh yeah, so I didn't film it or anything, but the tire pressure is good. I did that pretty recently, and my coolant's perfect. I have all new coolant in there. Well, I mean, it's kind of old now, but a couple months. But I fixed a coolant leak in another video you can watch if you're on my channel if you go to it. So the coolant stopped off always, reservoir's full, looking real good. Also, I have a split ring rim video too. I don't know if anybody watching this hadn't seen that, but this thing has split ring rims, and they're good. They're holding the PSI with the inner tube in there. So yeah, you can check both those videos out if you haven't yet. And thanks again. I'm just about home, so again, appreciate everybody watching. Thanks. Be safe. It has a really nice beeping. You can't hear it outside the vehicle, but It lets you know you're not in fourth gear, which is good.